What is up, guys? ZMG back with another Music Monday. For today, you will need a guitar and a pick and your fingers. That is because today we're going over fingering, strumming, and picking. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to teach you is fingering. So because you might not be able to play the notes correctly if you can't finger the guitar properly. So fingering is when you're placing your fingers onto the fretboard. So for this practice, this is what we're going to do. With these 4 frets, fret 1, 2, 3, and 4, you are going to place your hands like this. Place your hand like this. And what you're going to do is solely you're going to place it on the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret. And you keep going to the next fret, next string, and that's all you're going to do. And keep going. And then you're going to go this way. And so from fret 1 here, you're going to slide to fret 2. You're going to skip this 1st string and go to the 2nd string and start here. You're going to do the same thing. And then you're going to go from here, you're going to slide over, but you're going to skip the 6th string and start at the 5th string. And you keep doing that all the way in. And then if you want, you can go backwards. What that's doing is you're familiarizing yourself with the guitar so that you can, 1, play the notes correctly, and so you can, 2, make sure that you're pressing really hard. So when you're doing this exercise, make sure to squeeze your finger in the back. So one more thing I forgot to tell you, when you're holding a guitar, your fingers like this, your fingers should be like this, and you should squeeze. It should be squeezing so you get the note correctly. Because if you play it, for an example, G, if you're playing it like this and you don't squeeze properly, like this, but if you squeeze it, see? So make sure you squeeze properly. So make sure when you're doing this exercise, squeeze really hard. What you're trying to do is build calluses, because the calluses help you play longer, better, and you're more comfortable with the guitar. Next step is now we're going to do picking. With this picking, all you're going to do is, with your pick, you're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's going to go. Then you can go to the next string. Then the next string. And so forth. And just keep doing that over and over, up and down. So it would be like this. And that's plucking. So make sure while you're doing the plucking, you try to get a nice sound. And once you're comfortable with both of those, you can move on to the next step. And the next step is combining the both of those. So what you're going to do is, you're still going to do the same exact practicing of the fingering that we were doing. But now, you're going to combine it with down, up, down, up, down, up. So there's 4 fingers. So it's down, up, down, up. And then with the next string, down, up, down, up. Next one, down, up, 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 down, up. You have to make sure you get a nice sound. You want to make sure when you're playing, it sounds more of a, and not. Even if you can just do 1 up and down, that's perfectly fine. And then once you're comfortable, go to the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. You can only, if you want, you can just do 1 through 5 and that'll be perfectly fine. Just go 1 through 5, 1 through 6, come back. 1 through 5, 1 through 6, come back. That's all you need to do technically. But if you're more familiar with your guitar, you get more space, more practice this way when you go all the way. And especially if you have a cutaway, because you can even, gives you more space to play. Now the final step that we're going to teach you today is strumming. So strumming is and that's how you strum. And if you think you're advanced, and here is this next step of strumming. You're gonna strum, and on the way up, you're gonna pluck. Or you can and just mess with it a little bit like that. Well, that's it for Music Mondays. Catch you guys next Monday.